You know, it's interesting you mentioned that because the AHCA fight was very unifying. And as I sort of surveyed the political landscape, you had everyone from sort of real lefties, avowed socialists and folks who were fighting in that fight, people all the way much more towards the center. That whole spectrum was engaged in that fight. And Tom, I saw you speak last night in Maine, I believe it was, and you're talking to people in a lot of cases who there's a significant part of the party that feels like you were a stalking horse for the establishment, that you're there to sort of put down the Bernie Sanders wing of the party. You represent the one faction in this battle. People booed you. What is your message to those folks who are skeptical, particularly of you and what your leadership represents there?
Yeah, good question. Again, Chris Hayes seems to be asking good questions. I'm interested in this answer. I'm really interested in this answer because Chris Hayes is asking him a question that a progressive would ask. So everybody, for the most part, saw you as the dark horse of the establishment in order to tackle Ellison. That's how I see it. That's exactly how I see it. I would say that's reality, but this could be my reality box. I'm curious about his answer. Good question, Chris Hayes. And look, the reason why people think that, that's not random that people think that. Ellison was the only person in the contest, or the main person in the contest. Ellison was likely going to win the DNC chair. There were calls from Obama. And all of a sudden, Perez is now in the race. What would have been Perez's motivation to get into the DNC chair if Perez wasn't going to get into the DNC chair? Why did the conversation with some of the establishments, part of the establishment itself within the party, why did that get Perez into the race? Why did that get Perez into the race? So if somebody says, well, dude, he's a dark horse that is there to represent the interests of this pro-corporatist wing of the party, that seems self-evident to me. But let's see what he says. Maybe he has a better answer.
Well, I thought we had a very good day yesterday, Chris, and the reason we have a good day is we have shared values. You know, we all believe that America works best when everyone has a chance to succeed, when we have shared prosperity, not just prosperity for a few. I believe that anyone who works a full-time job should make a livable wage and live a middle-class life. That's what the Democratic Party believes. We believe in access to higher education. Those are our values, and when we put those values into action, that's when we do well as Democrats.
Senator Sanders,
what am I missing? What am I missing? I listened to this answer, and I thought, wait a minute, this is an answer to a different question. Did he just completely ignore that question? It's almost as if Chris Hayes asked him something somewhat difficult, and he says, yeah, I just want to talk about something completely different because I don't want to answer that very specific question. They asked you, what do you have to say to people who is essentially saying you're a dark horse candidate that was brought into the process to put down the Bernie wing of the party? And you're telling me we have shared values. We have shared values. Yes, we have shared values. That's not really answering that question. Yes, it's nice you're telling me you have shared values. That's nice. But how is that an answer? Are you a dark horse candidate put into this? That's not really saying no. I would prefer you even lie to me about it. No, I'm not a dark horse candidate. No, nobody called me to get into this particular race. That never happened. What you said didn't really answer. That's what I'm saying. That's not an answer. Again, that's the second time. That's not an answer. Let's see what Sanders has to say.